starring Debbie Allen, Ellen Foley, Mimi Kennedy, their special guest star, Flip Wilson.
But with a happy song to sing, it never seems as bad to behave this melody. So I try to put in words how we feel. Tomorrow will be for you and for me. I am singing of tomorrow. I am singing of love. I am singing someday love will reign throughout this world. I am singing of love. Let us sing someday sweet love will reign throughout this world. Let's start singing. Let's start singing. Let's start singing of
Hello again, America. I'm Mimi Kennedy. How's it going? How's your zip codes? Listen, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight with our show and our special guest star, Flip Wilson. And those of you who are watching last week's show, thank you very much. I have not had time to send out thank you notes yet, but the minute I get the chance, I'm going to sit down and write to each and every one of you. Or maybe I'll call. Maybe I'll call collect. I know, I'll call. I'll ask for myself. And you say, Mimi isn't home. Unless, of course, you're living in Mexico. And then you say, Mimi no está en la casa.
Hi, America. I'm still Debbie Allen. And remember on our first show, I told you that my daddy is a dentist in Houston, Texas? Well, I hope you don't mind, but I'd like to just talk to him for just one moment. It's kind of important. Daddy, I know it's time for my semi-annual checkup, but I'm just so tied up with the show, I can't get to Houston right now. But I thought of something. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to come in real close to your TV set. Okay, real close. Come on, that's it, yes. Okay. Now, I want you to call me as soon as the show is over and tell me if you found anything.
Hi, I'm Ellen Foley, and I would like to speak to my father, too. Dad, send money. Listen, don't think that I didn't listen to you about being thrifty and keeping a budget. I've been very good. I rented a cheap apartment. I rented a really inexpensive car. Oh, I was even able to put a little money aside, and I got a business manager to help me with investments. So the only little thing I got, I bought a little dog. I had to, Dad, to herd the sheep. So, if you will just send me a little money, because the sheep have to eat too, you know, I promise I will pay you and Mom back in sweaters and lamb chops. Hey, hurry up, you guys. We're on in a couple of minutes.
We got a lot of time.
We do, huh? We'll be right out. Okay, what else? What else?
Right this way, folks.
John, please.
All right, come on, everybody. Right in here. Everybody, right this way.
John, we're trying to get dressed.
Hurry up, you're going to miss the girls getting dressed.
Here, yes. Yes.
All right. Now, this is one of the highlights of the NBC tour. An actual star's dressing room.
Yes, where the stars are actually dressing.
All right, come on, follow me. Everybody out. Come on. Keep it together, everyone. Come on, follow me. Everybody out. Keep together.
Good
Come
time.
on.
Thanks. Nice to see you. Where are you from?
Hey, Spokane. Who are you? We've got to go. What's in? Bye, girl.
Lord. Real nice.
Hi. What it is.
Hey, we have to go on stage in a couple of minutes, you know? I mean, I think that probably your tour is waiting for you.
Oh, let them wait, honey. I don't like those tours. Walk here, walk there, look at this, look at that. My feet have had enough, honey. I can't take no more. The only reason I went on the tour was to get Red Fox's autograph.
Well, did you get it?
Did I get it? I sure did. And honey, before I left, he wanted mine. You know something? That man ain't old. There may be snow on the roof, but there's still a fire in the furnace. Whose is this?
It's mine.
Yeah, well, Geraldine Jones would need all this padding.
Oh, yeah? Who's Geraldine Jones?
Who is Geraldine Jones? Who is Geraldine Jones? The question is not who is Gerald, it is where is Geraldine Jones? Yes, and you are looking at her.
Right.
And I do not want to have to tell you that again. This dress must have cost a pretty penny, honey.
Listen, I don't know. I mean, I didn't pay for it, you know?
You didn't pay for it?
No.
I can dig it. Welcome to the club.
Listen, we do have our number coming up, Geraldine, you know?
Miss Jones to you. Please remember that. Don't make that mistake. Miss Jones. Please remember that.
Okay.
I was in show business myself once.
You were?
Yes, honey. I was in a play once called Amal and the Night Visitor.
Well, who did you play?
Killer played Amal, and I played the Night Visitor.
Well, was the play a success?
The Night Visitor stayed for the weekend.
Well, that's very interesting, but we do have to change.
Don't sneak up on me.
I'm not sneaking up on
Don't do that. Don't do that. I can dig you changing.
you. Right.
I can dig change. Don't sneak up on me.
Okay, I won't.
Please.
I won't.
Just give some kind of signal before you come up behind me. You get your face broken. I understand. You got to get out of that and get those street clothes and get into
No,
something.
no. You see, this is what we're wearing. These are 40s dresses.
Right.
40s?
Yeah.
Honey, what do you think these are?
No. We're going to be the
What
three...
it is. Is what it is. Is what I feel real.
Miss Jones?
Yes.
We have to be the three Andrews sisters. That's
The
what
three Andrews sisters?
Yes.
Honey, I only see one sister. Yeah, that's your stuff.
Places, girls, please, places.
I'm sorry, but we're really going to have to go, Miss Jones.
Geraldine, to you. I ain't gonna catch up with that jive tour. I don't want to be with them. They going to see the big event.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Well, I don't want to see the big event. I've had the big event. Courtesy of Killer. Woo! What an event. What an event.
That's very interesting.
Days on and on and on. Truly wonderful. What's your problem, Toots?
I was just going to say that, the only thing is we have to be on stage right now.
Hold it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Put your hand in my face. I mean that. From the bottom of my heart. You're a friend of hers, right? Well, if you were really her friend, you would have told her, don't do that. Don't you ever. I an American citizen, honey. You
I didn't mean
cannot
to.
put your hands in the face of an American citizen. I mean that.
I know.
From the bottom of my heart. As a friend, I'm asking you. Don't make me a murderess. Don't put your hand in my face, okay?
Never.
Please. I'll try to calm down.
Okay. Miss Jones?
Yes?
Excuse me, but when we're on stage, where are you gonna be?
Where will I be?
Right.
I'm gonna be back here. Somebody gotta keep the tourists out.
Excuse me?
You are excused. Look.
What?
While you're excusing yourself,
Yeah.
let me give you a little word of advice. No matter where you go, or how you get there, or whoever you are with, if you ever see me, please don't put your hand in my face. Don't do that. Now, you take care of yourself now, you hear?
You too, Miss
Okay.
Jones.
I'll get some rest.
You rest
don't
up,
do
Miss
that.
Jones. Okay. So
You're an
long.
American citizen,
There's some water over there if you want.
and the stuff is here.
Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Buy me a Mr. Shane means that you'll break. Buy me a Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means that my heart's at your command. I could say Bella, Bella, even say Wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are.
Wait, hold it. Stop everything. What is going on down there? Please, what's happening?
What's it to you?
You will have to get off the stage.
I gotta do what?
Get off the stage.
You didn't tell me to go on here. How you gonna tell me to get off?
You will have to get off the stage.
Who are you anyway?
I happen to be the director of
Well,
this
I
show.
am Ms. Geraldine Jones.
Miss Jones, if you don't get off the stage, I'll have to get the security guard to take care of you.
You gonna take care of me?
That's right.
You gonna get the security guard to take care of me? Honey, I took care of him on the way in here. Got that covered.
Excuse me, could I talk to her just for a minute, please? I think I can handle it.
Covered, honey. For days. On and on, I covered him. Woo! Look, honey, I'm in the middle of my number.
Geraldine, that's what I want to talk to you. Now, you know, this is not your number.
Don't tell me what I know. Tell me something I don't know.
It's not your
Look,
number.
where is he? Where is he?
Who?
Mouth.
Oh, you mean our director?
Yes, he may be your director. He got the camera and the lights, but I got the action.
Where is he? He's up in the booth, Geraldine, but you'll never get in there.
I got into this. If I got into this, I can get into anything. Where's the booth?
Well, it's up
Over
there,
that
but
way.
Geraldine, you can't get in
Look,
there.
I'm going down to the booth. You save your job. You understand? Do yourself a favor. Pay the rent.
I am singing. Come in. Ellen! Hello.
Hey, gee, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. How are you?
How are you?
Oh, fine. How are you?
Fine. Who are you?
Hey, that's the Ellen Foley I'll always remember.
Yeah, cookie crazy me. You'll always remember. But who knows from where? Who are you?
Oh, come on. You put me on. This is me, Leo Spickler.
Leo's. I'm sorry.
Leo Spickler. Don't you remember first grade? I used to squat next to you during air raid drills. Remember me? Huh?
No.
Oh, listen. Listen, when I found out you had a show, I had to be out here and see you. So I backpacked it all the way across the country.
Oh, no, you shouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
What's trouble? There was no trouble. All it took was 27 rides, an unfortunate incident in St. Louis, tornado in Texas, and jail.
Jailed where?
Here? No. I tried to come through the gate. The guard stopped me, so I scaled over the fence.
Oh.
What's a concussion? The most important thing is that I'm here, you're here, we're here.
Look, Leo, it's real nice that you came to see me. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry you had all that trouble, but I'm practically engaged. I've been seeing someone for over 3 years.
Oh, hey, look, we all have a past, you know? Pookie.
Don't call me.
Well, how should I call you?
Long distance.
Ah, there she is, Ellen Foley. Always just masking her feelings behind a laugh and a smile.
How can you remember me? I haven't seen you for over 14 years.
I've carried your picture in my wall all this time.
No.
Sure, right here.
This is Sandra D.
Don't be jealous. That came with the wall. I'll find it.
Look, Leo, I gotta get on stage right now. You know, I gotta go to work.
Oh, yeah, I understand. You know, I could use some sleep.
Sleep. Very good. You need sleep. Sleep is very important. It's been... Goodbye, Leo.
Look, would you mind grabbing the light on your way out?
I've got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to feel low down. I have got this right to hang around, down around the river. A certain man in this old town keeps dragging my poor heart around. All I see for me is misery. Feeling tomorrow like I feel today. I'll pack my trunk and make my getaway. Oh, I've got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to moan and sigh. I've got a right to sit and cry down around the river. I know the deep blue sea will soon be calling me. It must be love, say what you choose. I got a right to sing the blues.
I can't believe we have to wear these. She's gonna.
We're not doing
theatrical. Are you kidding?
Mimi,
Look at the socks.
Mimi,
Look at the socks.
Mimi.
What?
America.
Hi, America. America, what we're discussing here is that I got this letter from a friend of mine, Esther, who's in the women's movement, and I want to quote you from the middle of her letter, okay? After all we've worked for, how can you be involved with a show called 3 Girls 3?
She doesn't like the show?
No, she doesn't like the title.
Oh, I see. Because she's your friend, she thinks it should be called 1 Girl 1.
I know. I'm sure that you realize it's not the number that Esther objects to. It's the girls part, right?
Likes 3, hates girls. How about 3 guys? Well, look, I just don't understand what's wrong with the word girls, girl.
I know that most of you have already heard this already, but I just got to say that the women's movement has always cared about calling women women instead of girls.
Oh, you mean like 3 women 3?
Yeah.
Oh, child, that sounds so old.
Debbie, I mean, it's not like 3 grandmothers 3.
However you want to change it, the producers would get mad. I mean, we would have to change the logo, the titles, the lunchboxes, the T-shirts.
Okay, Mimi, what do you really want to call the show?
3 human beings 3.
You get serious. I mean, this broad is your friend, not ours.
Broad, Esther, I'm sorry.
Speaking of friends, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce you to a very good friend of ours, Flip Wilson.
Okay, but what about Esther?
Oh, honey, she'll love him. Ladies and gentlemen, our special friend, Mr. Flip Wilson.
You 3 chicks or something else.
Chicks.
Yeah, I don't know. Love, I want to thank you for inviting me on the show.
You're welcome, Flip.
I want to thank you for having me on the show, and I want to thank you for a beautiful weekend that we spent rehearsing.
Oh, Flip, you're not going anywhere. I mean, the show's only half over.
Yes, but the weekend is all over. See, no, it's just that I mentioned this because generally after the show, everybody kind of leaves and goes their own way, and you don't get a chance to say goodbye or tell anyone what you really thought of the show.
What do you think of this show?
Oh, I think the show is great.
No, that's really nice. But tell me, what
No,
you...
you know, I'm telling you the truth. I really think this show is nice.
He's being too kind.
Certainly, this show is terrific.
Oh,
Yeah.
The best show I've ever seen. And
You
there
say
ever
too
will
much.
be in the history of television. That's my opinion. And that's why I was a little late, because I was out calling my friends, telling them be sure to watch this show. And I predicted this show will go right to the top. You'll have people like Streisand, Sinatra, Martin,
Come
all of them
on.
begging to be on
Really?
this show.
Do you
There's no-
really think so? Do you really
In
think
6
that?
months, you girls will be rich.
Oh,
You know what? You know what? I'd like for you to consider having me back on the show. Well, what do you think of that?
We'll see how you do on the second half of the show.
Stay tuned for the second half of 3 Girls 3, following station identification.
Oh, who left the light off?
It's real nice.
Who are you?
Leo Spickler.
Leo Spickler?
Yeah.
Should we know you?
Only what Ellen's told you about me.
Ellen who?
Ellen Foley. This is her dressing room.
I know. I was just testing you. I mean, you can't be too careful these days.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're a friend of Ellen?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sorry I stepped on you.
So am I.
How are you?
I'm fine, fine. How are you?
Fine.
Who are you?
I'm Debbie, and that's Mimi. We're both friends of Ellen's,
Right.
too.
Oh, great. Really?
Yeah.
How long have you known her?
Oh, about a year.
Yeah.
Really? You know, I've known Ellen for 16 years.
Really? Oh, what was she like when she was a kid?
Shorter.
Listen, Leo, this is our dressing room, too.
Hey, far out. You know, while you were gone, the phone's been ringing like crazy.
Yes?
Who was it?
I don't know. I didn't answer it. I figured it wasn't for me.
Thanks, Leo. Leo, what I'm trying to say is we have to change, too.
You know, everybody's got to change. It's part of the growing up process.
No, what she means is that we've got to change our clothes.
Oh, well, everybody's got to do that, too.
I guess we change in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Look, would you mind getting a light over there?
Oh.
Thank you.
Sorry, Leo.
You think it'll work for the show, though?
Of course, it'll make
I
you a
love
star.
it.
Why not?
And me too. You know, it says something about my situation right now. New kid in town.
New kid in TV. You're hot, girl.
Schmutz, it's in this song. Let's talk on the street. I'm not quite that hot. Oh,
Not
okay.
in that key.
That's too hot. Okay. B flat?
Your favorite.
My favorite key. Okay. Let's talk on the street. It sounds so familiar. Great expectations. Everybody's watching you. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. People you meet, they all seem to know you. Even your old friends treat you like you're something new. Sing this with me. Johnny come lately, new kid in town. Everybody loves you, so don't let them down. You look in his eyes and music begins to play. Hopeless romance, here we go again. This is true. But after a while, you're looking the other way. It's those restless hearts that never mend. Ooh, Johnny come lately, new kid in town. Will they still love you when you're not around? There's so many things you should have told her, but night after night you're willing to hold her, tears on your shoulder. Let's talk on the street, it's there to remind you. It doesn't really matter which side you're on. You're walking away and they're talking behind you. They will never forget you till somebody new comes along. Ooh, where you been lately? There's a new kid in town. Everybody and you hold a friend the smile button. Have a happy day. Have a happy day. I was what was called a fad. A fad is another word for fast fuck. And I was everywhere. Lapels, hats, towels, bumper stickers, on cars, sides of buildings, in advertising. Everywhere you looked was my little yellow face, smiling at you and staring at you. Have a happy day. Have a happy day. For the first month, it was kind of cute. But after a while, it got sort of overdone, and people wanted to kick my little yellow face in. Have a happy day. Maybe it was the toilet seat cover. You still see me around every now and then. Some people never grow up, do they? You know, I don't know first came up with me, but whoever it was probably pretty made a pretty penny. I never saw a bit of it, never. But I'm not bitter. I'm in kind of semi-retirement right now. I'm living in Washington, D.C. I'm living on the face of your president. Have a happy day, y'all.
Why should I be mad at you? It's not your fault I blew $350 on this single spruce. And it's not your fault that I'm suffering from sun and windburn. It's not your fault the weekend's almost over and we haven't met the man of our dreams.
I did talk you into coming on to this.
It's not your fault that you're stupid.
How was I to know? Look. The brochure even says, ahoy, single gals and guys. Fun and sun on the cruise of a lifetime. Dine and dance under the moon and stars. And make out till you're ready to drop.
I wonder, has anyone ever sued a ship for breach of promise?
Well, they didn't lie about everything. It says here that we're going to meet a lot of people that we have plenty in common with.
They were right. We met 200 other single, frustrated women who got gypped.
But listen, it wasn't that bad. Last night at that Get Acquainted mixer, there were a couple of good-looking guys.
Yeah, it's true. The only trouble is we were wearing these tags saying, "Hi, I'm Rhonda. Hi, I'm Susie." And they were getting acquainted with the ones that were saying, "Hi, I'm Easy."
Hi, girls.
Hi, I'm Susie D-Deck.
I'm Rhonda D. Cup.
I'm Greg, looking for the shuffleboard courts.
You play shuffleboard. How macho.
And yet how sensitive. Shuffleboarders make me all quivery inside.
Don't listen to her. She said the same thing to a cribbage player.
Susie, can't you keep your big fat mouth shut about anything?
Sure I can. I'm not going to tell him you wear a suit with built-ins.
Watch it, pighead. This one saw me first.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Did too. Ask him.
Well, now you've done it. He got away.
Doesn't matter. He wasn't my type anyway. He was a creep. He was more your type, Susie.
Well, I'm not going to take that lying down. As a matter of fact, last night I met a guy.
Go on.
It was during the dance. And we went off for a couple of hours and we ended up in his cabin. And his name is Fred. He's very bright. He loves backgammon the way I do. And I think we're going to see a lot of each other back home.
Oh, Susie. I'm so relieved. As long as it's truth time, I have a confession to make. I met a guy, too. No! Yes, yes. It was during the second half of the movie, that movie.
Yeah.
Well, we ended up in his cabin. Arnold is kind of a jock. You know, he's going to take me backpacking and skiing. Did get awfully serious. But at least I know he's not one of those typical phonies.
Well, thanks to your Arnold and my Fred, we had a lot better time than we thought we did.
Hi, girls.
Oh, hi, Arnold.
Hi, Fred.
Hi, Steve.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. I wonder if he floats.
Be out in a second, honey. Ellen, can I say something very personal to you?
No.
You need a new razor? Ellen, look, why don't you sit down for a second, huh? Okay, you can stand there, and maybe it's a lot better there. Look, Ellen, I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Me too, Leo.
Please, Ellen, please, let me go first, all right? If you remember, I not only ran a school projector, I also won a blue ribbon in public speaking, so I think it only fair that I go first, okay? Pookie. Pookie, I know what I'm going to say here is going to leave you heartbroken, but our relationship is over. Oh, please, Ellen, no tears. Please, it's not easy for me either. But you must realize I'm probably not the first guy to dump you, and I probably won't be the last. I saw that look in your eyes that said babies, house, car, shoes. But Ellen, you can push as hard as you want, but I'm just not ready for that relationship now.
I don't believe this.
I understand you. You're too choked up to talk. Yes. Words can be so hard when you're under an emotional stress like this. So you don't have to say anything, babes. I'll just be on my way. Frankly, I don't think you should try to get in touch with me. It'll be easier with you in the long run. So, goodbye, dollface.
Goodbye.
What are you going to do now?
Probably cry my eyes out.
Figures. Well, funny face, this is it. I'm leaving tonight, but believe me, in the morning, things will look a lot better for you.
You're leaving tonight?
Yeah.
Things will look a lot better in the morning.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
God bless. There's my Ellen, always masking her true feelings behind a laugh and a smile.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here in the presence of these witnesses for the purpose of uniting in holy matrimony this man and this woman. The contract of marriage is most solemn and is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. Let us therefore remember that God has established and sanctified marriage for the welfare and happiness of mankind. You are instructed that those who enter into this relation are to cherish a mutual esteem and love, to bear with each other's infirmities and weakness, to comfort each other in sickness, trouble, and sorrow, in honesty and industry, to provide for each other, and household and for your children, and to pray for and to encourage each other. You promise to love, comfort each other, to honor each other, to keep together in sickness and in health, in prosperity and adversity, and forsaking all others, be faithful to each other, so long as we shall. The ring, please. I take thee to be my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. The groom, please. I take thee to be my lawful wedded wife, and to hold from this day forward, or for worse, for richer, or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death us do. You promise to love and comfort her, be faithful to each other, so long as you both shall live. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Each and every one of you personally. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Ellen. And I'll put the thank yous.
Well, wait a minute. We're just going to thank you.
Oh, why, thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Ellen.
What the thank you?
Not quite. You're forgetting one very important person.
That's right. We want to especially thank Miss Geraldine Jones.
And her friend, Mr. Flip Wilson.
Girls, please, the show is over.
That's right. Enough with the thank yous. Hit the music while I hit the director.
We really enjoyed it. Yes, we did. to you. Can we get together? Oh, gee, can we get together again? Can we get together? Someday, someday, some way, somewhere. You want so much sunshine into this empty life of mine. I'm afraid the day will come when we get together again. Stop forgetting, stop praying, stop wishing we never did. Can we get together?
Additional material by Sam Greenbaum.
Later tonight on the Tomorrow program, Tom Snyder talks with Carrie Snodgrass, nominated for an Oscar as Best Actress in 1970 for Diary of a Mad Housewife. That's on the Tomorrow program, right after The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson on NBC. Stay tuned now for NBC Reports, Passport to the Unknown, next.